Hey guys, welcome back to Drip and Farm for Poverty. I'm your host, Drip Coach, and let's jump right into it. So today we're going to try to dig a little deeper into the recent white paper for DripX that just came out. Now, I don't have any more alpha than what's in this white paper, and I shared with you guys basically the summary, AI summary of it yesterday. But what I understand is that it has some similarities to TitanX. Now, again, I never got into TitanX and didn't follow it at all, but it has been around just under 90 days and it definitely has got a lot of hype from the launch and seen quite a bit of capital rolling into it. So what I understand is that there are some similarities. So what I'm going to try to do in here is, from an outside perspective, what I've learned about it, just kind of summarize about TitanX, and then we can kind of speculate based on the white paper what DripX will do. Now, again, I haven't gone through this white paper totality, and it's going to be easier to do once the DApp actually launches. So take this with a grain of salt. If you're in TitanX, then you'll be much more familiar with how things operate in there. And I know many people in the drip community are using it, but I know also there's a lot of people that watch on my channel that are not in TitanX and not participating. So this will be for you guys. And then once DripX launches, you'll be able to see from an outside perspective of someone like myself who didn't use TitanX navigating DripX. But hopefully this will at least give you some a little bit of hopium, clarity, insight towards what could potentially come. So in this, we're going to try to compare and contrast and speculate on the success of TitanX and the user participation, and then compare that to DripX. So first, let's start the stage with TitanX. This platform was basically born from a philosophy echoing Hex's early days. So TitanX raised the eyebrows with its Pumpamentals and Proof of Burn 2.0. Yet, of course, it wasn't all smooth sailing. As we know, there is tons of volatility in the crypto market, and TitanX saw its fair share. Well, still seeing it right now. So as I mentioned, it's just under 90 days old. I believe it's 81 days. Yeah, there you go. 81 and a half. So still tons of volatility, but to say it launched in the bear market, saw this decent run up, and then here we are now in the bull. So we will see where it goes from here. And as Uncle Ben said to Peter Parker, with great volatility comes great opportunity. But anyway, let's go over to kind of how this compares with DripX. So as we know, DripX is seemingly inspired by TitanX, and it focuses on a few unique twists where it now has focusing more specifically on staking and token scarcity, and a buy and burn mechanism closely tied to the value of wrap drip. So TitanX is on ETH, and with the gas fees, things of that nature, it's still a popular chain, don't get me wrong, but definitely the hub of DeFi is the BNB chain. And of course, with us with Drip, that's where our home is. And the fact that it's tied to wrap drip and now BNB as well makes this a little different. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. But looking at a deeper comparison with both TitanX and DripX, they hinge on similar principles about reducing supply to increase value and leveraging buy and burn strategies. However, TitanX emphasizes ETH's role in the ecosystem, and DripX ties its fortunes more closely to wrap drip. So the success of TitanX tentatively so far has been closely tied to the ETH, basically ups and downs. Let's look at ETH real quick and see what that chart looks like over the last 90 days. So looking at the ETH chart, ETH has pretty much been up since the launch of TitanX. So this is the 90-day chart on ETH, and it was down here at 1500 and then got all the way up to 25, 26. Now, of course, TitanX is much more bumpy, but again, looking at these comparisons is that you can the bulk or success of TitanX is going to be tied to ETH, whereas DripX will be tied to wrap drip. And so that's where this will hinge on the community as a whole getting involved in utilizing the wrap drip protocol. And then through using wrap drip, we get those taxes into the tax vault. So there's a lot more moving pieces that directly impact the success of drip, or tying to drip. You know, the classic "what about drip" echo chant that we have within the community, and DripX will directly impact utility for drip through that wrap drip protocol. Also, we got market wise, TitanX has seen highs and lows reach an all-time high of like 4 zeros and 1438, I believe that is. Let's look at that. The all-time high 4 zeros 2, and then plummeted all the way down about 93.4%. I'm sorry, all-time low. So it had 5 zeros, was the lowest it launched at. So of course, again, a lot of volatility. Now we don't know about DripX if it will be this similar fractional token price, like, because within DeFi, within crypto period, degens and people in general just like to be able to acquire a bunch of tokens. So having a token that is fractions of a penny, like your classic meme tokens, just makes it easier for people to buy in, because they look at like, oh, I put in $10 and I got 1 million tokens, even though the price would be the same if it was $1 token and they had 10. It just makes them feel better about having more tokens for the same amount of money. So DripX could be similar in that regard, but we will see. But also the fact that, again, it's on the BNB chain, it's cheaper to transact, and BNB is a much cheaper token as well. And I think it will have more upside potential in its next run. I think some of the alt layer 2s will pump quite a bit. ETH, of course, leads the show, but I believe a lot of people that have been around in DeFi and in crypto are looking to some of these other layer 2s. And now that the smoke is cleared with Binance, who knows, right? Let's see, user participation. So this is also interesting. When it comes to participation, both tokens offer intriguing avenues. TitanX Virtual Mining and Proof of Burn 2.0 invite active user engagement, and DripX, with its staking rewards and mining options, also aims to empower users. So there's also something interesting on the users here. Now, I don't know how accurate this is, because again, I'm not in it, but I believe there can be people in the protocol that are not reflected here. But let's just take it at face value and say that this is the actual number of people in the protocol. And if that is true, I don't believe it is, but if that is true, then we could see a lot more potential in the DripX ecosystem. We have in the Telegram already just 25% of people that are being indicated here. So also, when you look at the volume that TitanX has seen, it's not here, it's on this, like $2 million per day in volume. So we haven't seen that in the drip token in a year and some change. Now, again, some of that volume comes from the hype of the Ethereum chain and all that stuff, but this could, again, just be really positive going forward. If these holders is correct, we know we have more active people tapped into drip at this stage probably than this. I would say right now we probably have about 4,000 people probably that are actively participating in drip, going in and claiming and things of that nature. But within the community, it's about 10 times as much, but most of them are tapped out. So our community size is actual true wallet holders is probably about 40,000 people, at most 50,000. Not all of them are going to come back, but I do believe we could have more than this in the bull run for sure. So that is interesting to see. And the volume that TitanX was getting, well, at least within the last 24 hours, we've definitely seen that in the ecosystem. So we can put these kind of numbers up with our existing members for sure. So again, there's a lot of potential. So now we get into the what speculation question, basically. So TitanX, despite its novel approach, faces skepticism due to its price volatility and security concerns, because you see here on TitanX, they have up here, the contract creator can make changes to the token contract, such as saving, selling, changing. So we don't know what this will be. We all know how DeFi goes. So right now it's all sunshine and rainbows. People are making money, but contracts can be changed. And we also know that Hustleman Matt and his team maintain keys to their contracts. They have upgradable proxies. So that is caution on both sides. I know, I guess I could say I have a little more warm fuzzies with Hustleman Matt than I would with whoever these developers are here, because I know nothing about it, didn't get into it. But it's still 100% speculation, and only invest what you can afford to lose, for sure. I know we say that cliche, but lessons learned now from the previous cycle. So question will be how this will shape up, and I do not know, but I will be trying to reach out to Hustleman Matt once this launches and I get to play around with it and dig into this more to actually get some questions. So if you guys got questions about the protocol itself, hit me up, because I want to get him on and do some grilling. You guys know I don't softball, and Hustleman Matt is a forward-facing individual, seems to march to the same beat of integrity as I do. So I would love to get him on and ask some tough questions and see what the response is. But as of right now, since I have no clue about how the app works and things of that nature, don't really have any tough questions to ask. But if you guys are in TitanX and you have questions about TitanX and how that could relate to Drip or something like that, drop them in the comments and I'll collect these questions, or jump in the Telegram. My admins will collect it, and then we'll get on here and talk to him and his team. I don't know when this is going to launch, but there's speculation that we will hear something around the 19th regarding Drip community projects, because that's quote unquote the last day of minting. But I told you guys that that's not the case with minting, that there will be still minting going on. But the echo chamber is saying that, yeah, that is the last day. I mean, technically it is the last day, right? So like anyone that's been in and everyone going forward, all of the available drip will have been accumulated, we'll just say by end of day or beginning day, January 20th. And that's because 100 days prior to that, the flip was switched on the fountain, and therefore you were accumulating 1% per day, all the way up to now a maximum of basically 100%. And that would be 100 days. So yes, the inflation from the compound interest side has been stopped, but this will continue to go after January 19th. But the reason I bring that up is because supposedly within the community, there's some announcements coming from other devs. I heard something about G Money's project, and people are all speculating that we will get some kind of announcement or something on that day or shortly thereafter due to that inflation narrative. So we will see, but we're still trending strong at basically over 1 million. And there's only been a few days where it dropped below, and I think that's just holidays and stuff like that, but very consistent. So we're approaching that magic number of 220 million that other people are speculating. And I told you guys it's going to be closer to 300 to 400 by the time it's all said and done. I don't know when that would actually claim out, but there is one caveat that if Wrap Drip and DripX can get a lot of transactional taxes due to the system they're creating, then that could indeed fill up the tax vault. And if that happens, then that could stop the minting. But I would, like I told you guys, I would need to see like, oh man, at least about 20 million in the tax vault and days under 500,000 before I would say that that is sustainable, that it won't start minting again. So we'll see when that comes up. But all right, that was enough of the compare and contrast. So the long and short, the TLDR is this has some potential based off of just the short stint of TitanX. So stay tuned and we will see where it goes from here. All right, smash that HBO special, help a brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya. Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? SPRITZ Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.